Good day. We are going to discuss how is moral character developed and stages of moral development. How do people develop morality? Do all kids develop morality in the same way? Moral development. The gradual formation of an individual's concept of right and wrong, conscience, ethical and religious values, social attitudes and behavior. Moral development focuses on the emergence, change, and understanding of morality from infancy through adulthood.
According to Lawrence Pervin, a psychologist, moral character is a disposition to express behavior in consistent patterns of functions across range of situations. A philosopher, Marie I. George, refers to moral character as the sum of one's moral habits and dispositions.
6 factors influencing moral development.
First is the family. It is one of the factors that influence moral development of an individual. The family is where the child or an individual first develops their moral character, and the home as their first school where they learn things through the help of their family. It is, as well, their first environment where they first learn the attitudes and behavior that their family taught them, which greatly influence how they act or behave on certain situations. For example, a child was taught by his parents in saying thank you whenever someone offered help to him. With this, the child is influenced by his parents and practiced this behavior until he became older and socialized with other people.
One factor affecting the development of morality of someone is the school. A school has a great impact on a student's moral development. Children developed confidence and a more positive attitude in a positive school. In a contrast of it, in a toxic school, children start to develop negative behavioral traits. It is just like the saying, kung ano ang puno, ay siya rin ang bunga. What is taught in the school will be reflected to the children.
Individuals' character development is also influenced by the peer group. They play a role of affecting one's behavior through their differences in their personality and their interaction, as well as the norms that they practice within their group.
Society and culture. The general social atmosphere also affects the moral development of the individual. It is this reason why the moral behavior of individuals belonging to cultured society is markedly different from that of individuals belonging to uncivilized societies. Age. Age is an important factor in forming moral concept and moral behaviors. As the individual passes from infancy to adolescence, he becomes more tolerant towards certain those ideals which sometimes do not tally with what he thinks to be good.
6. Gender differences has been an issue or a factor affecting the development of morality. Gender differences are manifested in moral judgment has recently been at the center of much research on decision making. Comparing gender in terms of work is very known to us, wherein constructions is not allowed for women, wearing pink color clothes are unethical for men. These some common issues be pulled down on individual. LGBTs are present, and why not hear them and allow them to just enjoy life and don't just judge them because of their gender, but respect all humankinds to help each other's hands to grow and foster a good behavioral traits. How classroom fosters moral development. Build trust in the classroom. There is a great result between the collaboration of the teacher and the students if they do have trust to each other, meaning there will be a great relationship wherein a student can rely on their difficulties to their teachers, since it is said that teachers are the second parent of a child. If a teacher is willing to help, teacher will listen to the students so that they will feel safe, trying to work with the class, not just having a lesson then finished. It is more effective if teachers are spending quality time and know if students really learn something through asking and assuring them that they can share their opinions so that they don't hesitate to say what they wanted to say.
Stages of Moral Development by Lawrence Kohlberg. In the illustration, we can see Kohlberg's three stages of moral development. First is the pre-conventional stage, which happens to children ranging from 3 to 7 years old. Here, children develop self-interest, and moral reasoning is based on reward and punishment. The second stage is the conventional stage, which happens to children ages to 8 to 13 years old. In this stage, individuals develop their moral reasoning based on external ethics. They practice a good boy attitude to appear as a good person to others. They are also now exposed to law and order morality. The last stage is the post-conventional stage. Here, individuals experience social contract and develop their principles. Their moral reasoning is based on personal ethics as well.
Level 1. Preconventional morality. Preconventional morality is the first stage of moral development and lasts until approximately age of 9. At this level, children don't have personal code of morality and instead of moral decisions are shaped by the standard of adults and the consequences of the following or breaking their rules. At the preconventional level, morality is externally controlled. Rules imposed by authority figures are conformed to in order to avoid punishment or receive reward. Stage 1. Obedience and punishment orientation. The child or individual is good in order to avoid being punished. If a person is punished, they must have done wrong. At this stage of moral reasoning, the individual acts from a belief that if they do something wrong, they will be punished. So that best reason for avoiding doing wrong is to avoid punishment. Stage 2. Individualism and exchange. At this stage, children recognize that there is not just one view that is handed down by the authorities. Different individuals have different viewpoints. At the individualism and exchange stage of moral development, children account for individual point of view and judge actions based on how they serve individual needs.
Level 2. Conventional Morality. The second stage of moral development is conventional morality. It is characterized by an acceptance of social rules concerning right and wrong. At this level, most adolescents and adults begin to internalize the moral standards of valued adult role models. Here, authority is internalized but not questioned, and reasoning is based on the norms of the group to which an individual belongs. A social system that stresses the responsibilities of relationships as well as social order is seen as desirable and must, therefore, influence an individual's view of what is right and wrong. Attached to the conventional morality level are the stages 3 and 4. Stage 3 is good interpersonal relationships. Here, the child or individual is good in order to be seen as being good person by others. Therefore, answers relate to the approval of others.
Level 3. Post conventional morality. It is a third stage of moral development. It is characterized by an individual's understanding of universal ethical principles. These are abstract and ill defined, but might include the preservation of life at all costs and the importance of human dignity. It is the final level where individuals enter the highest level of moral development. People who have reached this stage of development are concerned with the innate rights of human and guided by their own ethical principles.
Stage 4 is maintaining the social order. In this stage, the child or individual becomes aware of the wider rules of society, so judgments concern obeying the rules in order to uphold the law and to avoid guilt.
Stage 5, social contract and individual rights. The child or individual becomes aware that while rules or laws might exist for the good of the greatest number, there are times when they will work against the interest of particular individuals. In this stage, people evolve the idea of being good into what would be the right thing to do. They seek to create morals and values for a good society instead of maintaining the society for the sake of doing so. Respondents basically believe that a good society is best conceived as a social contract into which people freely enter to work toward the benefit of all. Meaning, even though we have different social groups out there, and we know that we are having different values, but since it can benefit for the better of all the group, we are recognizing for the unity of all. For example, two countries are fighting for golds and tend to fight all the time just to get ownership of the gold. The best solution to do is they divided the gold into equal parts so that all the people of each country will not be affected anymore since the fight caused a lot trouble to the two countries. Stage 6, Universal Principles. People at this stage have developed their own set of moral guidelines which may or may not fit the law. The principles apply to everyone. In stage 6, moral reasoning is based on abstract reasoning using universal ethical principles. The principles apply to everyone, like human rights, justice, equality, and dignity. In other words, in this stage, you know how you are going to react about the law. Not all people that are put in jail are really the one who are the culprit of the crime, or etc. Some of them are just a victim of injustice. In this stage, a big realization of oneself is the focus. Even though there is a law we are about to obey, but if the law is overboard or stepping on your right as human, you have your rights to take action.
Therefore, we concluded that moral character did not develop in a short period of time. Rather, it happens to an individual gradually as he grows older. Thank you, and once again, good day.